AngloGold Ashanti says the tax amount of 4.6 billion rand was calculated based on its closing share price of $18.15 a share and its $7.6 billion closing market capitalization on the New York Stock Exchange on the 22nd of September. That's the day before its primary listing moved to the New York Stock Exchange from the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. The country's local tax laws allow for SARS to extract an exit tax when an individual, or in this case a corporate firm, leaves the country altogether.
South Africa levies an exit tax on corporates and individuals that cease to be tax residents of South Africa as compensation for the loss of future tax revenues, income tax, VAT, employees tax that they are losing out. So it's a once-off tax that's levied in compensation for that, largely.
But the exit tax is not unique to South Africa. AngloGold Ashanti is also going to be paying the Australian government a tax to the tune of around $46 million as it also withdraws from that economy.
From an international tax perspective, many residence-based tax systems do levy a exit tax of some form. Most notably, Canada has an exit tax, Australia and the USA all levy exit taxes where a tax resident ceases to be a resident of those countries.
But market observers have expressed concern at the growing trend of companies, especially highly valued ones, delisting from the local JSE.
Essentially, never mind the delisting or at least the movement of the primary listing into the US. We've seen a lot of JSE companies delist over the last, call it, decade. So you have that element. And then number two, the direct sort of signaling message coming, or at least that goes out to international investors, is not ideal. You'd want to keep those bigger listings in South Africa.
AngloGold Ashanti completely sold off its local mining assets a few years ago, and such a move won't have augured well for general investment confidence in the local South African economy. The hope is that other well-established listed companies in South Africa won't also throw in the towel and continue contributing to the economy's development despite a number of headwinds.
It's kind of not a very big vote of confidence from Anglo's board or the management in terms of the South African outlook, in terms of the mining. So, they've flagged that, that one of the main reasons that they want to list on in America is to sort of attract a deeper pool of capital, which is something we've seen over the last 10 years where liquidity is really dried up in a lot of the South African stocks. And the miners haven't been immune to that, despite them being some of the bigger counters on the exchange.
While SARS will get a decent once-off payday from AngloGold Ashanti's exit tax payment, the reality is that the country has lost a fully fledged company that had once generated permanent jobs and contributed recurring taxes to SARS through corporate income tax, the income tax paid by its employees, and the occasional windfall taxes it may have paid in the past. Nampumelelo Siziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.